Say it with my chest, I got it wrapped like a toga. Put the whole team on my shoulders. Hold up, wake these boys up, call me soldiers. Soldier, flow feeling colder, some call it polar.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in a very rainy Kansas City, Missouri at venerable Arrowhead Stadium. Tonight we wind up Week 5 with a good battle between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Kansas City Chiefs. Strap in. This will be a good one. 2 one-loss teams getting together as they're underway on EA Sports. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Now the 4th-round pick out of Georgia, Zamir White. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. First carry for the former Pro Bowler, Josh Jacobs. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped it. Marked that down for a win, and the defense is counting.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Now Carr. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed him up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and they have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
They keep it on the ground. White again. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't leave no good things back there. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I like to keep carrying it.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Carr. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Carr trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the line with way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, nearly another reception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
First down, here's White. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Carr. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up the first down.
Carr now on first down. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Now a give up the middle. This is White. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight, and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off.
And Mahomes picking up the first as he slides and hits the deck. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
He was certainly quick to atone for his early game interception. Instead of making another mistake forcing something, he reset himself and found a lane to pick up the first down.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. This is intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Bear in mind they had 2 interceptions last week, but that was in 4 quarters. They've got 2 here in the first quarter alone.
And the unsung people in this streak, the pass rushers. Because most of the time, they're the ones that affect things in the pocket for a quarterback, trying to throw the football, rushing them, getting them off their spot, harassing them, and that allows the defensive backs, the linebackers, to swoop in and make the picks downfield.
They're swooping. We're scoreless after one. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Carr going to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Now, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. Here comes the rookie 7th-round pick. It's Isaiah Pacheco. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. The Chiefs at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they come in off a disappointment last time out. That put an end to their modest 3-game win streak.
And last week they took one on the chin.
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll look to throw here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
To throw again on 2nd down. Carr, he gets this to Davante Adams. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Carr finding his former college teammate Adams there for the Raider first.
A first down for Davante Adams in his first season with the Las Vegas Raiders. Over the previous 2 years in Green Bay, he led the NFL in receptions and touchdowns, and he's building off of a 123-catch, 1,500-yard season. Now, of course, in Raiders black and silver instead of Packers green and gold.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Now a play fake. Carr. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Carlos Dunlap into a barrier for a loss of 11.
Okay, I'm not sure you can actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. You have to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually drop for a huge loss.
So after the sack, Carr in Las Vegas with a 3rd and long. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He hits Adams complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 27-yard line. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Carr. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Chiefs are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. We have 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. They go play action. Now Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They go play fake. Mahomes. That's going to be caught. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. It is fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can...
And now here's another interception. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
They'll let this go for the end zone. And, oh, that would get a write-up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. Third down coming up.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jones. And the Raiders are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll just get rid of it.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the Stallions are caught with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
He sets to fire deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
Here's Hardman to return.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. A big play there just before halftime. 43 yards. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes.
And he's got Hardman in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City.
A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Chiefs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
That's too bad.
You gotta look past it. Gotta make it up in the next possession.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead he does go down to a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is it something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
Here's Johnson with a reception. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they've been seeking.
Here's Carr. And my goodness, another interception. picked off by Justin Reed.
And the Chiefs are going to get it back here just past the 35. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20-20.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
So we've come upon halftime here in Arrowhead with the Chiefs on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfections in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And the Raiders have got him.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it. Remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. A big play there for KC. 43 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Another catch for Valdez-Scantling.
And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. His 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Chiefs take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And they open the lead up down to 25. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late. It wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is nearly impossible. Let's face it. The bottom line is it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
To throw his car. And it's complete to Adams. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A pickup of 27, and they pick up the first down in the process. Here's Carr to throw. On the left side, a catch by White.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Again, they'll throw with Carr. Johnson's got it complete.
And they'll work this down inside the 30. Well, a lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the third quarter. Now, they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the Cleveland?
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Davante Adams. 29 yards.
And the Raiders are able to cut into that deficit.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs.
Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Looking for Kelsey on the deep ball. And this is caught. Mahomes finding his tight end Kelsey for a big one. 47 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game.
Let's get that touch. Get in right now, boys.
They'll try to run this one in. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
And they'll run again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. And the ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Mahomes throwing on 4th. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Carr. And he can't get away. Carr is going to go down, and that is a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think you might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he tried it out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let them go out there with a little bit more confidence.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field and took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
The Chiefs on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Mahomes now to throw. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On play action, it's Mahomes. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. Once again, it's Jacobs. He'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Can't we score?
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Working from the gun, it's Carr. The open man here, Renfro. Finding space at the 40. And out across midfield down to the 45. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
They will run with White out of the shotgun. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. It's caught here by Adams.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that.
And my goodness, another interception.
And the Chiefs are going to take possession here at their own 33.
All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, That's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Mahomes going to throw it here. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Meanwhile, Mahomes throw complete there to Smith-Schuster. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this